Human growth hormone also found, along with $100,000 in cash. Tonight, 35-year-old Domenico Sandalo of Norwalk faces several charges.
The state of Connecticut is kicking in more than $500,000 to pay for some much-needed improvements to the Powder Ridge Ski Resort in Middlefield. Powder Ridge shut down 3 years ago and since then has fallen into disrepair. The town acquired the property 2 years ago and now the state has awarded them a grant for repairs. A developer from New York has agreed to invest $2.5 million for the restaurant, ski lodge, and chairlifts.
Losing Powder Ridge would be the same thing as Mystic losing the seaport. I mean, if you want an analogy, we don't want to lose Powder Ridge Ski Resort.
I think it's a great thing because I think that people shouldn't have to travel all the way to Mount Southington to get to snowboard.
The developer is planning to build a year-round recreational facility there that will create 25 full-time jobs and as many as 200 seasonal jobs. They hope to break ground on that project in May. A number of jobs have been slashed at the Verizon Wireless Call Center in Meriden. It's unclear exactly how many positions were eliminated, but a spokesman says the company is reorganizing its marketing teams and administrative functions. The people let go are eligible for jobs in Wallingford, where about 50 positions are now open.
News on the trial of one of the suspects in the Cheshire home invasion. A fourth juror was selected to sit on the Stephen Hayes jury. In all, there will be 12 regular jurors, 8 alternates, and 2 backup alternates.
Only News Channel 8 cameras were rolling this morning for a dramatic arrest in New Haven. Darius Du Bois was arrested in connection with a domestic violence incident in the city of New Haven last month. He's accused of strangling his girlfriend. Du Bois is facing kidnapping and assault charges. He's currently being held on $250,000 bond.
It's happened twice in 3 weeks on the same Bridgeport street. Armed men beating and robbing people. John Miller owns the Housatonic Financial and Insurance Services. He says 2 weeks ago, 2 men in hoods came into his storefront office with guns, attacked him and an insurance agent.
What actually happened is 2 armed fellas came in with hoods on and terrorized my agent here, and a female agent, and threw her to the ground and bounced around and beat the daylights out of me.
Can you imagine? Miller says the men pistol whipped him and made off with money. The surveillance camera got video of the robbers, and Miller says they look just like the 2 guys who robbed a store just up the street. No arrests have been made.
Connecticut is set to get some of the $8 billion in federal stimulus funds that President Barack Obama is setting aside for rail service. The new rail line will go from New Haven through Hartford and all the way up to Springfield, Mass. Metro North and Shoreline East are currently the only commuter rail lines operating in the state. $40 million federal dollars will go towards adding a second set of tracks through Connecticut, where there's currently only one. That's needed so the new line won't interfere with Amtrak service. The project has been in the works for years, but had stalled.
And this is going to be a huge plus for us, and it gets us started in the right way. We do have work to do, and we have more money that we're going to have to be asking for, and I know that they expect us to come knocking on the door, but we're very, very pleased.
And no word just yet on exactly when the work on that second track will begin. The State Bond Commission has already approved $26 million as part of our state's share of the project.
Anthem is ready to remove a barrier that threatened to derail Connecticut's Charter Oak Health Plan. Attorney General Richard Blumenthal says Anthem will waive clauses in its contracts with Connecticut hospitals that threaten to stop them from taking part in the plan. Blumenthal says those clauses required hospitals to provide discounts equal to the rates paid by Charter Oak. Charter Oak provides medical care to thousands of uninsured people in the state.
A proposed Muslim cemetery has a whole lot of people in Canterbury concerned. The town's first selectman says he's received a lot of phone calls, most of them concerning how the bodies would be buried and if it would affect groundwater. According to Muslim tradition, the bodies are put directly into the ground, not in a vault. The group says less than half of the 70-acre property would ever be used for burials. One woman who has mixed emotions empathizes with the group's desire to follow tradition.
But on the other hand, there's a concern for, the bodies and how they'll take care of them and what effect it might have on us.
The Wetlands Commission will do a walkthrough of the Lisbon Street property on February 20th, and they will meet again 4 days later on the 24th. That meeting was moved from Town Hall to Canterbury Elementary to accommodate the expected large crowds.
President Barack Obama wants Democrats and Republicans to come together. The day after the State of the Union, he was on the road spreading his bipartisan message.
And blizzard conditions in parts of this country. We'll show you where. Jeff.
Yeah, it's not exactly a walk in the park here in Connecticut either tonight. Take a look at the wind chill temperatures. Single digits and some low teens, and I don't see it getting a whole lot better in the short term. All the details on the icy 8-day forecast coming up, so don't go to sleep yet. There's more News Channel 8 at 11 to come.
Coming up on Nightline, why is the National Enquirer being touted for a Pulitzer Prize? We go inside the tabloid operation to see how they caught John Edwards in a lie, plus a tale of two mummies, a divorce and a disappearance.
Love to save more love Bruce Bennett Nissan, and right now during our January kickoff, save more than ever before on a new Nissan Altima, yours to lease for just $149 a month. Go to brucebennetnissan.com or call me at 866-NISSAN-1.
Ode to the Subway Premium Big Hot Pastrami Sandwich. Your name speaks volumes. Big? Check. Hot pastrami? Yes, indeedy. And premium? No doubters here. With your piled high, piping hot and tasty pastrami, pickle, spicy mustard, and melted cheese, you've made us the kind of believers that'd follow you blindly like nearsighted bison on a flavor stampede. Small price to pay for all that taste. Try one today. Subway. Eat fresh.
Executive Auto Group, that's value guaranteed. Your favorite makes and models. Our difference is the key.
Touchdown! The January kickoff is on at Executive Jeep. Buy a 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4, just $399 a month. Or a 2010 Jeep Liberty Sport 4x4, just $299 a month. Or get 0% financing. Save up to $10,000 with rebates and discounts. Kick off the savings now at Executive Jeep. Exit 9 off I-91, North Haven.
People who love to save more love Bruce Bennett Nissan, and during our January kickoff, lease a new Nissan Sentra for just $99 a month. Yes, Bruce Bennett gets you a car for under $100 a month. Go to brucebennetnissan.com or call me at 866-NISSAN-1.
$100 million federal dollars to rebuild this Connecticut bridge, but the company rebuilding it isn't from Connecticut. When labor leaders got upset,
it could have springboarded the economy around here.
We made sure they were heard. Who's got your back? News Channel 8, that's who.
One day after the State of the Union address, President Barack Obama went to Florida to talk about putting people back to work.
At a town hall meeting again in the state of Florida, the president said voters and politicians need to put partisan politics aside, but are Republicans ready to go along with that idea? Here's ABC's TJ Winnick.
The president hit the road today, pushing his agenda to revive the economy and get Americans back to work.
We're not going to rest until we've rebuilt an economy in which hard work and responsibility are rewarded, and businesses are hiring again, and wages are growing again, and the middle class can get its legs underneath it again.
Along with Vice President Biden, Mr. Obama was in Tampa to announce $8 billion in stimulus money for a high-speed rail project. He was also looking to build on momentum from last night's State of the Union address, in which he pressed the Senate to pass a jobs bill like the House did last month.
People are out of work. They're hurting. They need our help. And I want a jobs bill on my desk without delay.
Among the president's proposals to create jobs, tax cuts and credits for small businesses, increasing foreign exports, and government investment in clean energy projects, which Speaker Pelosi said are critical.
We're talking about addressing part of this, the cyclical aspects of unemployment here. We've got to be talking about a fundamental change for job creation.
While Republicans applauded some proposals, today the leadership charged certain measures are counterproductive.
Republicans have stood all year against their job-killing agenda. We're going to look for common ground, but we're not going to roll over on our principles.
There was another sign today that the economy is slowly improving. The Labor Department revealed jobless claims dropped by 8,000, though that was less than expected. TJ Winnick, ABC News, Washington.
It was an open sign of disagreement towards the president during the State of the Union address, and it came from a U.S. Supreme Court justice. Judge Samuel Alito made a dismissive face during last night's address as the president scolded the nation's highest court for a recent reversal of a campaign finance law, saying it will open the floodgates of special interests. That's when Alito could be seen mouthing the words, "Not true." A White House spokesperson says the president has no real comment on the matter.
Republican leaders in Connecticut say the president did not really hear the message sent by Republican Scott Brown's win in Massachusetts. Democrats say the president heard the message loud and clear.
I think everybody needed a kickstart last night, Democrats, Republicans, and the country. I think he recognized that he had an angry audience, both in that chamber and out in the public.
President Obama's solutions tend to be government solutions, and I think he's missing the essential message of Senator Brown's victory, which is that people don't look at the government to solve our problems. They look at government now as the problem.
Both sides agree voters are nervous and worried about getting a job.
Staying with Connecticut politics now, the three Republicans running for the U.S. Senate seat in Connecticut now planning a debate. Linda McMahon, Rob Simmons, and Peter Schiff are working out the minor details now. The debate is scheduled, though, for March 2nd at the University of Hartford. All three campaigns say they are open to more debates.
There will be no change at the top of the Fed. Ben Bernanke has won a second term as chairman of the Federal Reserve. The Senate voted 70-30 to give him a new 4-year term. There was speculation Bernanke may have been in for a tougher fight. Some lawmakers blamed him for failing to spot the warning signs of an economic crisis. Sex lies and videotapes. It seems to be a reality in the world of disgraced politician John Edwards. He and his wife Elizabeth have announced they are separating this week. A new book is slamming the former senator's attempt to hide an affair that produced a child and a sex tape.
We're just aghast. It's a sex tape of Riel and John Edwards. It's definitely him. You never see her face. It's a visibly pregnant woman.
Andrew Young was a longtime aide to John Edwards. His book, The Politician, hit store shelves on Saturday.
A man with ties to Connecticut who is already charged with abusing 9 boys at a school he founded in Haiti will face his new charges tonight. Douglas Perlitz, who now lives in Colorado, is accused of abusing 9 more victims. Perlitz was accused of allegedly using money from a Fairfield County-based fund that was intended to provide aid to children in Haiti. Last year, he was accused of using that school to entice some of the children into having sex with him. An update tonight out of Haiti on the remarkable story of a 16-year-old girl rescued from the rubble. We now know that she survived by drinking water from the bathroom where she was taking a shower when the quake hit. The girl was rushed to a hospital where she is now incredibly in stable condition.
We can't really explain this because, that's just biological facts. We're very surprised.
Truly a miracle. Doctors say the girl is now eating yogurt and slowly but surely regaining her strength.
Toyota is shipping parts to fix faulty gas pedals to metals with sticking accelerator concerns. The world's largest automaker is losing millions of dollars a day in lost sales since the decision to stop selling and building some top-rated models. To add to drivers' concerns, Toyota says it can't say when the cars will be fixed.
It's a worry for me, and I'm hoping that the situation will be resolved, and I'm hoping I don't have to give up this car because I really like it.
All this comes as the company's recall expands to Europe and China.
As Toyota struggles, Ford is on a bit of a roll. The automaker celebrating its first full year of profit since 2005. Ford earned $2.7 billion in 2009. The company hopeful now that the good times will continue on to this year.
Residents in Buffalo, New York are digging out today after a lot of snow. Forecasters say at least 6 inches fell. The weather forced officials to close roads, but that didn't stop commuters from braving the slippery conditions. After all, they had to get to work. More snow is expected for tomorrow. The Texas Panhandle is being hammered too by freezing rain and snow. In Amarillo, travel has turned into an adventure sport. The winter weather prompted schools to let out early, and air travel is not going well at all. Snow and freezing rains will be continuing in the area. Snow also to blame for several smash-ups in Pennsylvania. Monroe County, a wintry mess today. One car slid off the road at least, damaging a guardrail. Snow squalls brought traffic to a crawl and caused several collisions that were cleared later in the day. Garden State residents say roads were a sheet of ice. Snow is responsible for scores of accidents in New Jersey. Here's just one of those accidents. As you can see, things were a mess.
Not just this country. We go to Europe now, where snowy weather is making things very rough for a lot of people. More than 100 flights have been canceled in Germany due to the snowy conditions. And it's not just Germany. Heavy snow falling in western Russia as well, with some areas seeing almost 2 feet of snow.
And our own little bite of paradise today in Connecticut. Most places 1 to 3 inches of snow, but some spots as much as 5 inches. That would be in far northwestern Connecticut. Right now, the snow is gone. Well, I'll show you how the snow is close, but the snow is gone. 22 degrees in Oxford, 20 degrees in Hartford, 21 degrees in New London, 22 degrees in New Haven. Winds in the teens throughout the state, but gusts in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. So with all that taken into account, our wind chill temperatures right now are in the single digits and low teens across Connecticut. It's going to be this cold overnight. It's going to be this cold, maybe a little colder tomorrow morning when you get up. So it's a bundle up time. And I should have stopped and shown you this when we were at it. But the dew points are very, very low. The difference between the temperature and the dew point is in some cases 20 or 25 degrees. With the dew point that low, the humidity is low, so your house is going to be very dry. This is that dry nose kind of weather. And if you have any kind of thick pile carpeting, you know, do a little bit of this, and you'll be drawing sparks like crazy. Welcome to static electricity season. So we've got this little runner of snow, which is parallel to the Mass Pike through portions of Berkshire County. Some of this may come and get pretty close. Well, as you can see, it's pretty close to Granby right now. So there may be a few little tiny flurries in northern Connecticut, but that'll be the extent of it. And the fact that this streamer is coming all the way out here from around the Rochester area gives you an idea of how cold and how persistent this wind has been. In fact, let me run the temperatures, the cold, through microcast. We go from 11 o'clock through the overnight hours. You can see the temperatures continue to fall. Now, these are thermometer temperatures projected, single digits and teens by wake-up time. But you throw in the wind. I can do that on microcast also. You throw in the wind, and then you get wind chills that by tomorrow morning will be below zero in many spots and will remain pretty close to that through the day tomorrow. We're going to stay really cold until early next week. Clear tonight, windy, turning icy in many spots. Not the main roads, but sidewalks and parking lots and driveways. Be really careful because I do expect it will persist tomorrow morning. Teens and 20s, cold and feeling colder. Could be a few scattered delays because of some ice on back roads. Partly sunny, cold, and windy at wake up during the day tomorrow. Temps in the mid and upper 20s. Northwest winds at 15 to 30 are going to cut right through you like a knife. Storm Team 8-day forecast: cold Saturday, still windy. Cold Sunday, and Monday still chilly. By the way, if you haven't downloaded it yet, you can get our iPulse. It's our weather widget, which we're giving away for free. Brings the weather and news and all sorts of information right to your computer desktop. Customizes everything. You can get it at wtnh.com.
And it's free.
It is free.
Okay.
News on who is performing at the Super Bowl. That's still to come for you tonight.
And we will remember the reclusive writer behind Catcher in the Rye.
The year's best deals are at Partica Chevrolet, the largest inventory in Connecticut. Rebates up to $3,000 on select models. The year's best deals are at Partica Chevrolet. Buy here now.
Got great skiing and riding. Honest, right there.
Get ready for life in a brand new Subaru Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive and horizontally opposed boxer engine standard. The Forester is a partial zero-emissions vehicle that has the government's highest possible 5-star safety rating. Well equipped at $20,595. The Subaru Forester has the highest predicted resale value in its class. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
The U.S. Air Force Reserve presents the Advanced Auto Parts Monster Jam. Brought to you by Ford Trucks. Live the action live with Captain Skies and Batman. And kid seats are just half price. February 6th and 7th, XL Center.
Executive Auto Group, best value guaranteed. Your favorite makes and models. Our difference is the key.
Touchdown! The January kickoff is on at Executive Honda. Drive a new 2010 Honda Accord LX sedan. No money down. Only $249 a month. A new 2010 Honda Civic LX sedan. Just $209 a month. No money down. Or save with 0% financing. Over 200 new Hondas to choose from. Now at Executive Honda, Route 5, Wallingford.
Moms know kids need calcium, but they also need vitamin D to help absorb calcium. With Yoplait Kids, Trix Yogurt, and Go-Gurt, they get both. Yoplait, the one for kids. Did you know Go-Gurt is specially made to freeze and thaw by lunchtime? So kids can have their favorite yogurt in their lunchbox. Go-Gurt. Freeze it, thaw it, eat it up.
Shop smarter at Kmart with the free Shop Your Way rewards card. Earn and spend unlimited rewards on qualifying products when you shop at Kmart and Sears stores. Plus, chances to win ka-ching surprises at Kmart checkout for the most rewarding rewards card.
They're smart, and there's Kmart Smart.
The year's best deals are at Parker Mazda, the largest inventory in Connecticut. 0% financing on select models. The year's best deals are at Parker Mazda. Buy here now.
Reclusive author J.D. Salinger has died. His novel, The Catcher in the Rye, both shocked and inspired a world that he later shunned. The book's central character, Holden Caulfield, would become American literature's most famous anti-hero since Huckleberry Finn. His son says his father died of natural causes at his home in New Hampshire. He was 91. Listen to this. The movie studio behind films like Good Will Hunting, Pulp Fiction, and Chicago is closing. No more. Miramax says that's it. The studio is a victim of parent company decisions by Disney to downsize its independent film division.
Well, she is done with dancing. People.com reporting that Dancing with the Stars co-host Samantha Harris is leaving that program. Harris, who's been with the show for 8 years, plans to concentrate on other projects, like her work as a correspondent on the TV show The Insider. Carrie Underwood is heading to the Super Bowl. She will be singing the national anthem. The country superstar won't be the only one, though, singing America's praises. Queen Latifah will also perform America the Beautiful. Should be nice.
Absolutely. All right, what's up in sports?
A lot of basketball. We have Central Connecticut State.
Celtics had a
tough
night, huh?
And the Knicks come down to the final seconds. So stick around. We'll show you how both of those games wound out. It's coming up next in sports.
Closed captioning of News Channel 8 is brought to you by MetroCast.
Think it's too late to get the H1N1 flu vaccine? Think again. Call 211 or visit ct.gov/ctfluwatch and up your flu IQ. This message from the Connecticut Department of Public Health.
Take a Consumer's Digest Best Buy winner. Now add 1.9 financing for 5 full years on the 2010 Acadia, GMC's professional-grade masterpiece, filled with style, luxury, and the highest possible safety rating. Better fuel economy than Honda Pilot, Toyota, any 8-passenger. 1.9 for 5 years on Acadia. That's over $5,600 in combined savings. Get into your Connecticut Buick GMC dealer now.
I bought beautiful carpet for this room, and I got carpet for this room free, plus this room free.
It's on again. Buy 1 room of carpet and get 2 rooms free from Empire. We offer quality carpet and you get to shop at home. Plus, we install next day with no interest for 1 year. It's an incredible offer. Buy 1, get 2 rooms free. Call Empire today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Executive Auto Group, best value guarantee. Your favorite makes and models. Our difference is the key.
Touchdown! The January kickoff is on at Executive Kia. All new 2011 Kia Sorento, $239 a month. New 2010 Kia Forte LX, just $12,834. Plus America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and the best safety ratings in America. Kia, the power to surprise. Kick off the savings at Executive Kia, Route 5, Wallingford.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being frugal, but there's everything wrong with missing a great sale.
Your favorite styles at a great price. Now you can have both at Raymore and Flanagan. Contemporary styles for simpler, bolder statements. Traditional furniture rich in historical influences. Casual styles with a crafty down-home feeling. On sale, no money down, no interest till 2013. Great styles, great savings.
I am not missing this sale.
It's going on now at Raymore and Flanagan.
It's Hyundai's January sales drive. Save on roomy sedans like the Elantra. For a short time, lease a new 2010 Elantra for just $179 a month. And priced to move. Get the award-winning Sonata with $2,500 cash back. Not to mention Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. From Hyundai, the most fuel-efficient automaker in America. Catch Hyundai's January sales drive before it's gone. Get $2,500 cash back on a new Hyundai Sonata. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Did you know getting the H1N1 vaccine is the best way to protect your children from the H1N1 flu? Call 211 or visit ct.gov/CT-FluWatch and up your flu IQ. This message from the Connecticut Department of Public Health.
You know, we all knew it was going to be a tough year for the Central Connecticut State men's basketball team. A very young team, and it lost its best player before the season.